Did you know that the typical Filipino purchases and consumes salt that comes from overseas?
This should come from Australia, Shakopee. We loaded the salt about 26,000 salt. Something. One day is
Compare niyo po yung
we're saving
technology natin locally
the
sa production ng Australia.
One Ted Salt, a native resident on the islands, regularly buys and uses imported salt. Every day he consumes the salt in his breakfast, lunch, and dinner, eaten in the form of his favorite local dishes, which he shares with his family and neighbors. Why are we using salt that's imported when our country is surrounded by the sea, where salt comes from? In spite of the fact that he lives near the sea, he gets his salt from halfway across the world. What's worse is that one Salt is unemployed. He isn't able to find a means of livelihood, and his neighbors have gone abroad to look for work. We're squandering this enormous opportunity. The fact is, more than 8% of Filipinos are unemployed as of April 2021. Despite being surrounded by the sea, Juan Salt is out of work, and yet he must buy salt coming from as far as Australia or China. Do you see the irony? The Philippines features the world's fifth longest shoreline at 36,000 kilometers. Ironically, the Philippines is known to be a major importer of salt, bringing in approximately 550,000 metric tons per year. To put in perspective, China, the world's most leading salt producer, at 62,158,000 metric tons per year, has a shoreline of only 14,500 kilometers, less than half of that of the Philippines. Because the country has coastal resources that are well regarded as part of its national wealth, access to the sea is plentiful and easy. Then why does this country produce less salt than what it imports from halfway across the globe? Citing data from the Philippine Statistics Authority, several congressmen have stated that the Philippines today imports 93% of its salt requirements, despite the fact that the country was once self-sufficient in its salt production in the 1960s. The scarcity of new locations, new investments, and new technology has contributed to the salt industry's downturn. Its persistent decline over the past 30 years is due to the neglect and lack of prioritization by many sectors. Because salt scarcity is a food security concern, the government must act to increase its production. Otherwise, it will be vulnerable to various food and supply crises.
What would be the effect of Filipinos patronizing?
Well, if we subdivide it as Filipinos eat Filipino salt,
Siya po yung CEO namin.
maintaining its original taste, different food choices, that will mean that it can help a lot of farmers. If every Filipino will contribute 6 grams to take Filipino salt, that means it's only 12 centavos to contribute for the development of the countries, and that will create 100,000 jobs. That means that the Philippines is holding a very good possibility because we have 36,000 shoreline, and this has to be utilized. It's a gift of God to us.
To write a resolution to Wanted Salt's story, new greenfield salt farms must be built using appropriate and cost-effective construction technologies. These new salt farms to be built, according to the Philippine Salt Industry Roadmap, ensures a competitive and reliable long-term supply of salt in the country. Through this project, the Philippines will not only be able to attain national salt self-sufficiency,